Death, I learned, is not darkness. It's silence so loud it presses against your thoughts until you can't tell where you end and the world begins. I didn't disappear when the monitor flatlined. I stayed, hovering, watching, trapped between the echo of lockers slamming and the sterile hum of hospital lights. Time didn't move forward anymore. It just folded in on itself. They covered my body with a white sheet. My mother collapsed. That was the first pain I felt after dying. I wanted to wake up screaming, to rewind everything back to the hallway where my friends were laughing, back to the bus seat by the window where I used to rest my head. But there was no rewind, no bell to signal the next period. Only moments. My parents replayed me in fragments, my shoes still by the door, my unfinished homework on the desk, my phone buzzing with messages I would never answer. Bro, where are you? You okay? You missed practice? I tried to reply. My fingers passed through the screen. At the funeral, my friends wore the same uniforms we once hated. They stood in a line, pretending to be strong, pretending this was just another school event they'd forget by Monday. It wasn't. Marco didn't cry at first. He just stared at the floor, fists clenched, jaw tight. Anna did, quietly. She placed something in my coffin before it closed, a folded piece of paper I couldn't read but somehow understood. It was a confession, one she'd planned to give me after graduation. That was the moment I broke. There was a heaven. It wasn't waiting for me yet. Instead, I was pulled backward, ripped through memories like pages being torn from a book. I was back in high school again, but something was different. The halls were empty. Lockers were rusted shut. Classrooms filled with dust. The bell rang, but no one came. My name was written on the chalkboard over and over again, each letter smeared like it was written by a trembling hand. I walked outside. The bus was there. Perfect. Clean. Waiting. The door opened with a hiss. Inside sat every version of me. The freshman who was scared, the sophomore who tried too hard, the senior who thought he had time. They looked at me in silence. One of them spoke. You don't belong here anymore. The bus began to move. The school faded into light. And for the first time since the crash, I felt something like peace. Not because the pie was gone, but because I finally understood. High school wasn't my ending. It was my goodbye. As the bus disappeared into the brightness, I held on to one last thought. Not regret, not fear, not sadness. Gratitude. Because even in a life that ended too soon, I was loved.